Hello my fellow GameMelters, Valentin here, and today I bring you the latest top 5 new Android games. In this episode, for the first time, we have a paid premium game, so make sure to watch this video until the very end. Without any more talking, we're going to jump straight into our games for today and see what they're like. Number 5. Flux. The 5th place today goes to a little game called Flux. The goal here is to combine different waves in order to create the wave shown on top. At the beginning, you only have one wave, and achieving the result is a matter of moving it left or right. However, as you progress through the levels, you get up to 3 waves that you need to synchronize in order to get the desired one. While at first the controls feel quite awkward, after a few levels you get used to manipulating waves like that and start solving level after level. The main reason for me to download this game in the first place was the way it looks. There is something in the way waves are visualized in here. I can just watch them move and be happy with that. Another nice touch in Flux is the background music. You get a good track that runs constantly, but the volume of the sound and the way you hear it depends on how close you are to achieving the goal wave. When your creation looks nothing like the goal, the sound will be muffled and barely audible. The closer you get to what you need, the more clear and powerful it becomes. Flux has no in-app purchases or advertisements, although at some point it's going to ask you to pay what you want. You can give the developer anything between $1.89 and $7.59, and I would suggest you support them in some way, even if it's just by writing a review on the Play Store. If you're still wondering about it, go ahead and check Flux out. It is a good game and the concept is really unique. Number 4. Heroes Light. I must admit that when I first launched Heroes Light, I was thoroughly disappointed. Without having looked at any screenshots, I was expecting a game like Outlaws Adventure but in medieval times. What I got instead was another rendition of 2048, which is a game I don't really enjoy that much. However, after playing a few rounds of Heroes Light, just for the sake of it, I discovered a real hidden gem. While the game does employ the simple base mechanics of 2048, where you slide and combine tiles, it manages to build upon them with numerous interesting additions like the introduction of lives. And also dragons. This game has dragons in it and they're real fire-breathing ones. The controls are simple. You drag your finger in any of the 4 directions and all the blocks on the board move. When 2 blocks of the same type are put on top of each other, they merge and something happens. You get more lives, more coins, a bomb explodes, and so on and so forth. The more you play, the harder it gets as enemies begin to spawn, corrupting your blocks and stopping you from replenishing your lives. Each move you do costs you 1 life, so they're not really something you want to lose. According to the Play Store, this game has in-app purchases, but believe me or not, I just couldn't find them. Anyway, Heroes Light is a great time killer, so I would suggest you go ahead and download it. Number 3. Looted Dungeons. When people asked why did the chicken cross the road, I had no idea that the correct answer is to get in the dungeon. Looted Dungeons takes crossroads mechanics to the next level, making for an interesting take on the dungeon crawler genre. You still need to swipe your finger in order to make your character move, but this time you play as an adventurer who decided to raid a massive dungeon. Each room is filled with spiky traps, axes, flying arrows and even some enemies. In order to open the door at the end of the room, you need to kill everything that moves, which is a strategy that has been proven to work in dungeon raiding for years now. Looted Dungeon is actually a bit deeper than you would expect. There is a massive choice of characters that you unlock using the gold you collect, and each one of them has a special ability of sorts. The knight, for example, is able to use his shield and block enemy attacks, while the archer can shoot his little bow and kill enemies from far away. Not too far away though. The game has both advertisements and in-app purchases, providing you with different ways to get more gold and unlock more characters. It is still playable without paying anything, which is always a good thing. I would suggest you go ahead and check Looted Dungeon out, as it is one of the better time wasters out there. Number 2. Micro Machines. Making it to the 2nd place today is Micro Machines, a name which I associate with spending countless hours on my cousin's computer trying to beat all the different levels in a racing game that was absolutely amazing back then. What we have today on mobile is actually a rather good title as well. You get a range of toy cars, hence the name, which you drive on races consisting of desks, dining tables, room floors and others of that kind. The game offers 3 modes: a standard race, an arena where you have to destroy each other, and elimination, a special type of race where you only get points for destroying other players or leaving them far behind. With the addition of different power-ups and weapons, Micro Machines actually reminds me of Revolt, a game that was insanely popular back in my day, where you had to drive RC cars and shoot each other out of existence. In Micro Machines there are several ways to upgrade your car, one of which is installing mods, special parts that actually change the effects of some power-ups, an idea which I absolutely love. In-app purchases allow you to buy more gold, gems, spare parts or upgrade parts for your cars, so if you want, you can actually spend a small fortune on this game. However, you can race as much as you want for free and grind everything that way, which is the main reason you see this game so high on this list. For all the fans of arcade racing games, go ahead and download Micro Machines, it will certainly steal away a massive chunk of your time. Number 1. Burly Man at Sea. Crazy about sea stories as I am, it was no surprise that Burly Man at Sea absolutely enchanted me. In this game you take control of 3 brothers who discover a mysterious map and decide to go on the adventure of their lives. The reason why I like this game so much is that everything in here works together. Controls, storytelling, graphics and sounds are all combined in a package which shines with quality. The best way to describe this game is as a roguelike story-driven adventure. As you finish the game, it gently loops back to its beginning and lets you start playing again. No restarts, no menus, just you, the 3 brothers and the endless sea. The strongest point of this title is the attention to detail that went into it. Everything is polished and there is a sense of humor that went into all the dialogues and interactions you can have. I can't tell you much more without spoiling the story, so I will leave it up to you to discover all the secrets that lie beneath the surface. Burly Man at Sea is currently priced at $5 or whatever your currency is, which in my opinion is more than fair. If you're still unsure about it, make sure to check my full review of the game, there should be a link on your screen right now. That was everything from me for today guys, I really hope you liked this list and enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, if you didn't, keep playing it on repeat until you do. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.